How many of you have heard the phrase, denial is not a river in Egypt? Well, if there is a gift that the pandemic has given all of us, is it's forced many of us to pop out of denial. And as we are going through this pandemic, many sales organizations are shining a big spotlight looking for areas that they might have ignored prior to the pandemic. And one of those areas I encourage you to examine is sales management. Now, we've all heard the story, seen the movie, top sales producer gets promoted to sales management and really gets promoted to failure because the sales manager is now charged with hiring and selecting salespeople, training and coaching salespeople. Oh, and on top of that, they're supposed to be exploring new markets and channels by which to grow revenue. Now, the problem is the CEO and the CFO decide, to justify this position, this sales manager should also carry their own individual quota. That is called denial because the quota always wins. And it should, because this is often the way that the sales manager is truly evaluated or compensated. Now, we might have been able to get by with this type of structure before the pandemic. It wasn't effective. However, during these tough business times, sellers need their sales managers more than ever. Everyone needs to be doubling down on training and coaching. But if that sales manager is looking at their quota that they're not hitting, very hard to spend the necessary time to continue developing the sales team. So my suggestion, CEOs, CFOs, make a decision. Either move that sales manager back to a full production role or take the time, crunch the numbers, and figure out how to make this sales manager a full-time sales manager. Now, the other area that the spotlight is shining on are the very participants you have on your sales bus. Now, let's face it, prior to the pandemic, we were all rock stars. We were hitting our quotas. We were making sales. And frankly, many of us deserved it. You're working hard. However, in this tough business time, you might be finding that some of your salespeople shouldn't be on your sales bus because they're reading t-shirts that say mediocrity and complacency, and they keep looking behind, waiting for the good old days. Who you need on your sales bus are the people that are raising their hand and have a t-shirt that says willing and able. And this means they're willing and able to learn the new skills and approaches, and they're willing to do the hard work it's going to take to win the future. So remember, denial is not a river in Egypt. Sales managers, CEOs, CFOs, look at everything. And by the way, pick up our new book, Emotional Intelligence for Sales Leadership. We're going to help you win the future.